It's here. It's already breaking records that took 40 years to set. And by next year, scientists say the entire planet could be living through the hottest 12 months human civilization has ever recorded. In the middle of the Pacific Ocean, water is warming so fast that in just 4 months, one key measurement jumped from -1 to +2.4. That kind of leap has never been recorded before, not even during the 3 most extreme heat events of the last 70 years. This is El Niño, and this time, it isn't just strong, it's on track to be historic. Let's back up. El Niño is a natural climate pattern that happens when the surface waters of the central and eastern Pacific Ocean warm up far above normal. It flips global weather on its head, shifting rainfall, strengthening some storms, killing off others, and quietly pushing the planet's average temperature higher for a year or two at a time. It happens every few years. Most of the time, we barely notice. This is not most of the time. In June 2026, NOAA's Climate Prediction Center made it official. El Niño had arrived. Ocean temperatures had crossed the threshold, trade winds were slackening, and the atmosphere itself had started responding to the heat below. Scientists issued what's called an El Niño advisory, meaning this isn't a forecast anymore. It's happening, right now, in the ocean beneath our feet. And here's where it gets genuinely alarming. As of the most recent NOAA outlook, there is now a greater than 90% chance that this will become a very strong El Niño by winter. Some models are even more aggressive. Back in May, the European Weather Model, ECMWF, put the odds of a super El Niño at 100%. Scientists rarely use language like single most likely outcome, the way NOAA's Climate Prediction Center has for this event, because normally, nature leaves more room for uncertainty. To understand why researchers are so confident, you have to look below the surface. Literally. There's a massive wave of warm water, called a downwelling Kelvin wave, moving east across the equatorial Pacific right now, sitting 50 to 250 meters underwater, with temperature anomalies of +8 degrees Celsius. For context, that wave is running hotter, at this same stage, than the lead-up to the legendary 1997 to 1998 El Niño, the one that reshaped weather across the entire planet and helped make 1998 one of the warmest years in recorded history at the time. So what does very strong actually mean? Scientists use a scale called the Oceanic Niño Index. Since climate records began in 1950, only 3 El Niño events have ever crossed the very strong threshold of +2 degrees Celsius. 1982 to 83 peaked at 2.2. 1997 to 98 peaked at 2.4. 2015 to 16, the most recent one, peaked at 2.6, and that one alone contributed to catastrophic coral bleaching, drought-driven wildfires, and a global temperature spike that shattered records at the time. If the current event follows the trajectory scientists are now tracking, it could rival, or exceed, every one of those 3 events. Which raises an uncomfortable question. What happens to a planet that's already the warmest it's been in recorded history, when you add the most powerful natural warming pattern on Earth on top of it? Here's the part that should really get your attention. El Niño itself typically adds somewhere between 0.1 and 0.2 degrees Celsius to the global average temperature at its peak. That might sound small. It isn't. Global temperatures are measured in fractions of a degree because fractions of a degree reshape ice sheets, ocean currents, and growing seasons for billions of people. And El Niño's warming effect usually shows up with a delay. The ocean absorbs the heat first, then releases it into the atmosphere months later, which means the hottest consequences of this event may not even hit until after El Niño has technically ended. That's exactly why scientists are watching 2027, not just 2026. According to NOAA's National Centers for Environmental Information, it's already virtually certain, a 99.9% probability, that 2026 will rank among the 5 warmest years ever recorded. But the odds of 2026 becoming the single warmest year on record currently sit below 1%. Why? Because the delayed effect of El Niño hasn't fully hit yet. Researchers say those odds will likely climb sharply for 2027, once this heat fully works its way through the system. One team, led by renowned climate scientist James Hansen at Columbia University, has projected that global temperatures could reach 1.7 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels by 2027. To put that in perspective, the Paris Agreement, the global treaty signed by nearly every country on Earth, set 1.5 degrees as the long-term line we were supposed to avoid crossing. If Hansen's team is right, we could be flirting with numbers beyond that threshold, even if only temporarily, years earlier than many models predicted. And this isn't happening in isolation. The 12-month period from April 2025 to March 2026 is already the warmest 12-month stretch ever measured on planet Earth. That record was set before this El Niño even fully matured. Layer a historic El Niño on top of an already record-hot baseline, and you get a mathematical setup for a genuinely unprecedented year. Now, El Niño isn't just about temperature. It rewires weather systems across the entire globe. In the tropical Atlantic, it tends to increase high-altitude wind shear, which makes it harder for hurricanes to form and strengthen. NOAA's 2026 hurricane outlook reflected exactly that, predicting a below-normal season with roughly 8 to 14 named storms, largely because of El Niño's suppressing effect. Meanwhile, other parts of the world brace for the opposite extreme. El Niño years have historically been linked to intensified droughts in parts of Southeast Asia and Australia, unusual wet seasons across parts of South America, and disrupted monsoon patterns that affect the food and water supply for hundreds of millions of people. This is the strange duality of El Niño. It calms storms in one ocean while fueling floods, droughts, and heat domes on land thousands of miles away. It's not evenly destructive. It's selectively disruptive, and predicting exactly where the worst impacts will land is one of the most active areas of climate science happening right now. So why does any of this matter to you, specifically, today? Because whether or not you live anywhere near the Pacific Ocean, this event will likely touch your life in some way over the next 18 months, through food prices shaped by shifting harvests, insurance costs shaped by extreme weather claims, or simply a summer or winter that feels noticeably, undeniably different from the ones you grew up with. Multi-billion-dollar swings in agriculture, insurance, and disaster response funding have followed every major El Niño event in modern history, and this one is shaping up to be one of the strongest ever measured. Scientists aren't in agreement on everything about this event, and that's worth saying honestly. There's real uncertainty about exactly how strong it will ultimately peak, whether it will cross into Super El Niño territory the way the ECMWF model suggests, or settle in below that threshold the way some more conservative NOAA projections allow for. The next official update from NOAA's Climate Prediction Center lands in September 2026, and that update could sharpen, or soften, everything we think we know right now. What we do know is this: the ocean is warming at a pace that has never been recorded in 70 years of modern climate monitoring. A record-hot 12-month period has already happened, before this El Niño even peaked, and some of the most respected climate scientists on the planet are now saying 2027 could become the hottest year human civilization has ever lived through. We are, quite literally, watching a live experiment play out on planetary scale, in real time, with the receipts being recorded by satellites, ocean buoys, and research teams across the globe as we speak. So here's the question worth sitting with. If 2027 does turn out to be the hottest year ever recorded, will that be the wake-up call that finally changes how seriously we treat this? Or will it just become one more record that gets broken, talked about for a week, and then quietly replaced by the next one? Let me know what you think in the comments, and follow for more deep dives into the science shaping our planet's next few years.